Bang. And we are back on YouTube. YouTube, forgive me for that. But we back. So, yeah. Again, you gotta trust the process, y'all. You really gotta trust the process. Sometimes it don't be easy to trust the process. Sometimes it be so hard to trust the process. And you really just don't be knowing. Like, trusting the process be that crazy. But sometimes trusting the process be a lot crazier than you would believe. So yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of things right now lately, y'all. I really have been dealing with a lot of stuff. Like I really don't know what's been going on. Like, is my shit even active? What is going on? Is my shit not active? I'm not online no more. Right, my Bigo cut off over here now, y'all. So now I gotta go back to the Bigo. Tuh, what the fuck is going on with you, Bigo? Anyway, y'all, again, my bad, YouTube. I cut off on y'all, and apparently it didn't cut off on Bigo too. But I ain't gonna be mad. I'm gonna trust the process. I'm really gonna trust the process. I know things be hard, things get crazy. I don't even know what's going on with my stuff right now. It really cut out on me. It wholeheartedly just cut out on me. And again, I'm not gonna get mad because y'all know I'm really that type of person that I trust the process. So y'all know what I'm gonna do. This is smoking with the king, right? I'm gonna roll up another blunt. That's exactly what I'm finna do because I trust the process. I'm gonna wait a second and I'm gonna let all the little bugs get out because I don't know what's happening and I ain't finna let myself get all upset because a lot of stuff is happening. My broadcast cut off on me once and now we back and now it cut off on Bigo on me once. You know, working on saying that we're gonna get back here, and it don't look like it want to get back there yet. So again, you just got to trust the process. As long as we can, we can pop where we need to pop. As long as I'm being heard the way I'm supposed to be heard when I'm supposed to be heard, I'm not even getting mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what? God gonna deal with it all. I don't know what had been happening or what's happening, but you know, it's a lot of weird energy going on in the world right now. It's a lot of weird energy going on in the world right now. And I don't know what that is about. But again, y'all, I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting in God. I'm letting God lead the way. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Again, for another Smoking with the King. I don't know why I'm having so many technical difficulties on this Good Friday, the Friday before my birthday, y'all. Like literally my birthday Monday, Mother's Day Sunday, my birthday Monday, and I'm having so many technical difficulties right now. But at the end of the day, we're not gonna let that bother us. We're gonna continue doing what we're doing, and we're gonna again trust the process, and we're gonna let everything go the way it's supposed to go. I'm not gonna be the one that's like, yo, why everything not working right? Nah, because sometimes you have to really show that you live in the life that you say you live in. Like you're not gonna be mad that everything cut off on you. Nah, I ain't mad that it cut off on me. That's just me. That's just a way that I can show y'all that God really do work. God really do work. God be here for me all the time. So you know what I'm saying? I was able to cut y'all back on. We back here. I'm broadcasting with y'all. We streaming. You know what I'm saying? So no trips. We doing what we need to do, and we ain't tripping about it. And we gonna continue doing what we need to do, and we gonna continue to trust the process. You know what I'm saying, gang? We not gonna never not trust the process. That might be what's going on here. Put that shit off. Yeah, that could have been part of the problem. But, again, we're not going to let it bother us. Whatever was part of the problem, we done with all that. We done with the problems. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hot dog, we back on Bigo. Bigo, and we are back. Hey, things happen, Bigo. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, and I had to go away for a second, and now I am back. I am back. I am back. I definitely apologize that I got cut off in the middle of the broadcast. Please forgive me for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but again, we gotta trust the process, y'all. Sometimes the process don't seem like it be working, and sometimes it seems like it be a whole lot of stuff that's going on to stop you from trusting the process. But this is what I'm trying to let y'all know. If you stop trusting in the positivity, then what you got? Because behind the positivity, you don't got nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, what do you got if you ain't trusting in the positivity? If all you trusting in is negative energy, then what comes from that? What do you get from trusting in negative energy? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, what comes from trusting in the negative? Like I know, trusting in the negative ain't gonna help you. It ain't gonna help you at all. Like, every time you trust in the negative, something negative happens, right? Either it happened to you or it happened to somebody else. So you got to trust in the process, and trusting in the positive process ain't always the smoothest of roads. You know what I'm saying? Trusting in the positive process, sometimes that road be heavy. Sometimes that road be a little longer than it's supposed to be. Sometimes, you end up getting turned around and thrown off by all type of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But at the end of the day, you just got to know that you got to trust in the process. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the person that's trusting in, believing in what you doing. As long as you know you doing positive, and again, you spreading positive energy to the world, you got to always trust the process, because there's going to always be people out here that tell you shouldn't trust the process. Why should you believe in being good to people? People not good to people, but people are good to people. There's good people out here. All you got to do is know that you being a good person is going to draw you closer to other good people. Good people see other good people, and that's what it is. That's why a lot of people feel like it ain't no good people out here, because a lot of people don't be out here because they know it's not a lot of good people. But, you got to let your voice be heard if you're a good person. Don't just go around not letting your voice be heard because you think all the negative people going, you know what I'm saying? Forget what the negative people say. Forget what the naysayers say. Forget what the down talkers say. Forget all of that. You know why? Because you are you. You know what I'm saying? You trusting in your process. Nobody got to go through your process but you. Literally, nobody got to go through your process but you. Literally. Nobody got to lead your life but you. And that's why it's trusting in the process. You got to keep going. You got to always know, regardless of what's going on, or regardless of what's happening, or regardless of what negative energy is trying to come against you, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Y'all remember that part, right? As long as you trust in God and you trust in the process, nothing that's happening can stop you. And that's what I need y'all to know. As long as you trusting in God and you trusting in the process, you're going to always be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because you done made it this far. Like, look, don't act like you ain't accomplished nothing. You done came a long way. You done came a long way from where it was, where it started at. You done really came a long way from where it started at. You know what I'm saying? And you got to look at that. You got to look at where you was and where you are now. You know what I'm saying? It was way worse than this. Your attitude used to be way worse. Like, your attitude used to be way worse. You know it. Nobody got to tell you that. You used to be a messed up person. But now, you got compassion for others, you got a heart for what's going on, and you slowly but surely changing every day. So don't let nobody throw you off in your process. Don't let nobody make you feel like what you doing ain't right. If you know what you doing right, if you praying and you know what I'm saying, and listen, man, trusting in the process for people who already made it is easy. And you know why it's easy for them? Because they trusted in the process through the struggle and they see what it got them. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? I can't make it no clearer than that. I can't make it no simpler than that. Like they trust in the process now because in the struggle when they trusted in the process, it happened. It took a minute. It might have been like a little longer. Might have took a little longer or something like that. But trusting in the process got them where they was. So guess what? Once they made it, trusting in the process was simple. It was like, hell yeah, I trusted in the process. Not only do I trust in the process, I got faith in the process because that's where it go. That's where it come from. Me having faith in the process in the beginning when didn't nobody else have faith in me. I had faith in me and I had faith in the process. So you got to trust in the process. People don't normally have faith in you and that you can make it until after you done made it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you got to remember. People really normally don't have faith in you that you can make it until after you done made it. You know what I'm saying? Like it be things like that where people really be thrown off. Like, wait, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, people that they was like, oh, well, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing. But really in the back of their mind, they like, this nigga really might make it. And then once you make it, they come back like, yeah, I always knew you was gonna make it, but you didn't act like you trusted the process. So I really can care less about what you're talking about. Because these people over here trust the process. So I don't do this for y'all. I do this for the people who trusted the process when I wasn't a nobody. I do this for the people that trusted the process. So when I did get it, they was there with me. They can enjoy the fruits of my labor with me because I trusted in the process. They trusted in the process. They rocked with me. They supported me. They was there to support me throughout everything that was going on. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you got to remember. Is that kind of faith in your process that's going to get you to where you need to be. As long as you remember that it's that kind of faith in doing what you do, knowing how to do what you do, and keeping the faith in what you're doing. Yeah, this one all about you today. It's all about you and you trusting your process, because we got to remember that it's us that make us happy, and what brings us happiness most times is being able to enjoy the things that we like in life, right? And in order to enjoy the things that you like in life, you got to have some form of residual income. You get it? You got to have an income. You got to have money flowing in. So you got to get a process that you actually trust and like, and work with that, and have faith in your process. Like, step forward in it and don't quit. Like, don't ever quit. Like, I don't care if it started off as a little hobby. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it started off as a little hobby. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody think what you doing is good. And it's the truth. Somebody out there think what you doing is good. And they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because it get them faith to know that they can either do it, or it get them faith to know that there's still good people out here that they can support. You know what I'm saying? Either way, trust the process. Don't ever give up on the process. You gotta always trust and believe in yourself and in the process. Because, man, it's hard. I ain't gonna tell y'all that it don't be hard for me to do these shows sometimes. Some weeks it be real hard for me to do these shows. Y'all know I did one show with no lights on, period. I ain't had no lights. But I lit candles and phone lights and everything else, and we had a show. Cause I trust the process. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do. Like, you gotta thug it out through the roughest times, and you gotta keep going through the roughest times. You gotta figure out a way to do what you need to do through the roughest times. You know what I'm saying? And still be happy that you can do it. Because I'm still happy that I can jump on here and give y'all the game, no matter the technical difficulties that we started off with in the beginning and all that. I don't care about that. Because I'm still here to tell y'all that you got to trust in the process. So the technical difficulties didn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let y'all know that you got to be positive through it all. You listen. I'm still right here giving y'all the game because I trust in the process. I know that there's people out here like yo. Everybody ain't telling the truth out here, but there's niggas out here like us. It's real grown men out here like us and grown women out here like us that actually tell the truth and stick to the truth because they trust in the process. They trust in God and they trust in the process. They know that they don't gotta listen to all the outside noise, people talking down on them, people that's hating on them. They ain't gotta listen to the jealous people, the envious people. They know they don't gotta listen to none of that because they so busy being positive and trusting in the process that they gonna always be moving forward. So they don't have time to listen to all the hate, the jealousy, the envy, the negative naysayers. They don't have time for the negative energy. They don't have time for all that stuff coming around them because guess what? They already got a bunch of other stuff that's trying to come against them throughout the process. They already got trials and tribulations that's trying to stop and slow down the process, but they still going. And this trust in the process is how you get there. This is how they got there. This is how millionaires become billionaires. This is how broke people become rich. This is how you go from being rich to generational wealthy. This is how you do it. You trust the process. You ask any of them, I promise you, if you ask any of them, what did they do to get there? I trusted what I did and I stuck to it because they trusted the process. You got to stick to it. You ask them, did you have people telling you that you wasn't going to make it? Did you ever have somebody saying that, I don't think this is a good fit for you? Go ask them right now that they had people telling them that. I guarantee you they tell you they had people telling them that. Not only did they have people telling them that, but they had some of the closest people in their life telling them that shit. Telling them, nah, dog, I don't think you're going to do it. I don't think it's going to happen for you. And you know what they did? They kept fucking doing it. They kept doing it. You know why they kept doing it? Because they fucking trusted the process. And trusting the fucking process is what fucking put the money in their pocket, what brought the respect to their name, what brought the motherfucking prestige to them. They trusted the process. You keep going. You don't stop because you start going through hardships. You don't stop because you start having rough times. You don't stop because the situation getting a little bumpy. Hell no. Absolutely not. We don't give in. What you mean? You trust in the process and you keep going. You'll never be. Listen, you ask any rich person if they'd have gave up on their hopes and dreams, or if they'd have gave up on what they thought they was gonna make it in, ask them would they be rich today. And they'll tell you themselves, if I didn't keep doing what I was doing, I probably wouldn't be rich today. So you gotta trust the process. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. You don't give up. You keep pushing. You keep going forward. There's always gonna be somebody tell you that you ain't gonna make it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be some of the closest people to you, dog. It's going to be some of the closest people to you. It's going to be people that you never believed would be like, nah, hey, man, you got to know. You just got to know. You got to know it in your soul. Not only am I somebody, not only am I doing right for others, not only am I passing positivity and helping others, but I feel good doing it. So you trust the process. You keep going. You don't stop. You keep going. You always go. What? Why would somebody stop you from trusting the process? Because they don't trust the process? You don't trust the process? Oh, because you're not going to keep going? Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I'm going to always trust the process. I'm going to always keep going. If I start, I ain't going to stop. Because that's just how I am. I don't stop. Trusting the process is big with me. I done had faith since I was a little kid. I done had faith that I was going to be a rich man. Extra super rich. So wealthy that I was going to be able to take care of my whole family, my whole family's family, and others that wasn't in my family, people that I didn't even know, and all type of stuff. I didn't trusted the process for so long that I just knew. I just knew. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to be like that. It wasn't finna be like that. So I'm going to find the avenue and I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? And when you find the avenue and you just go and you just trust the process, I'm telling y'all, it's not easy all the time, yo. It's not. Listen, some people don't have the patience that you have. Some people don't have the peace in their heart, and they don't have the faith that you had that the process is going to work like that. And that's, you just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know where your faith at. You know how to. You know your patience for what you got to ride out for what you want. So it takes time to get to where you trying to get. It's not just a overnight process. You don't just jump to the first person in line just because you feel like you. Nah, it don't happen like that. You gotta trust the grind. You gotta trust the process. You gotta keep going and keep going and keep going because you know if you keep going, at the end of this at the end of this, it's not only is you gonna blow up at the end of this, not only is you gonna get exactly what you was trying to get to, but all the peace and the patience that you put into what you was trying to do paid off because you trusted the process, and the process carried you so far. Remember when you was living in your van and you ain't had nothing? Remember that? Just gotta remember those days. Remember when you and your girl was eating off the floor in that one bedroom apartment, y'all ain't had no furniture? You gotta trust the process. You gotta always remember those moments so you can trust the process. So you can always have that faith in your spirit that yeah, we doing the right thing. Things are getting better. You gotta know things are getting better. You gotta know things are taking place that are happening in your favor. Just trust. That's what trusting the process do. Cause you know you when you look back and you see where you was and see where you are now, you know you trusted the process the whole time, and it carried you from one place to another. It got you there. The process, trusting the process got you there. It didn't fail. It got you there. You a better person all the way around, and you know you were because you trusted the process and you kept going. You trusted the good in you. Whenever you trust the good in you, you become a better person. And everybody know it. Whenever you just start trusting the good in you and start trusting the process of being good, all the good stuff start happening. You don't get mad when you see a roadblock. We all know you don't get mad when you see a roadblock. You figure a way around it. You understand this is life. It's gonna be roadblocks. So you have to figure a way around it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be a roadblock that you gotta figure your way around. We don't get mad at having to figure our way around the fucking roadblocks because that's part of life. It's part of what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's just how we work. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta we just gotta be good to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And knowing, trusting the process, being good to ourselves and trusting the process, we gotta know everybody else not gonna always be good to you. You gotta know it's people that I promise y'all right now today, it's people that love y'all that's not being good to y'all, and y'all like in the back of y'all mind, why they not loving on me? It's because they don't trust your process, and that's okay. You understand? Because once your process actually starts to work, when it really do start to work, and things really start forming and coming together the way they supposed to come together, they gonna start to come back to you, and they gonna start giving you the love that you want, and they gonna start giving you the love that you asked for because you trusted the process for so long, and they see now that it's paying off. It's like, yeah, we didn't think this was gonna pay off, and it's like, I know, but you know, I love you anyway. You know, everybody can't go down the road that you go down. That's when you have all the wisdom and knowledge to give people about, you know, the things that you've been through and the things that you learning and things like that. Because when you trust in the process and you do actually make it to another level and you do actually elevate, things are happening for you now. So you're doing different things and you're moving differently. So you starting to see what trust in the process doing. You know what I'm saying? All the way through and through. So, and this is why you trusted in the process. Again, you used to be this person and you done came from this person and you this person now. Not saying that you just this super great person now, but just look back at who you were. You were definitely not a super great person then, and you much better than you were then now. So trusting the process is what got you where you are now. All I'm telling you is don't stop trusting the process that got you from there to here because you don't feel like you're here yet. Just got to remember, trusting the process, it takes a little time. Taking time, trusting the process, it takes a little time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be down for a minute. Sometimes you ain't always up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you really be down for a minute. It be a little minute before you come up. You know what I'm saying? But once you do come up, then you know and you feel good about it. Like, yeah, see, I know I done made it here now. So I understand all the things that I had to do to get here. I understand why I had to go through so much to get here. Because when you trusting in the process, you go through a lot when you trusting in the process. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot while you trusting in the process. So not only do you hone what you're doing and you get better at what you're doing while you're trusting in the process, but at the same time that you're doing that, you learning things and you helping others and making people feel better about themselves and what they doing. That's letting them know that, oh, I'm not the only one that got people that love them that's against them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one that got these hardships in life that's roadblocks that seem like it's hard. It's gonna slow me down. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm not the only one that's going through something that's making it look like I'm not gonna be able to make it. No, you not. All of them went through something. All of the great ones go through something. This ain't nothing new. They all go through something. They make it feel like, yo, man, I never thought I would fucking make it. Every fucking great one go through something where they feel like, yo, I never thought I'd fucking make it. But guess what? Trusting in the process. Years later, they fucking who they thought they was gonna be and better and even more. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because they trusted the process. They kept going and they gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? And this is why people who doing good only do better. And this is why people who not doing good only do worse. Because they have all that negative energy and they not trusting in the process. But people who doing good and we're in the thing that they doing, it's because they trusting in the process. They gonna keep going. They don't stop. They believe in what they doing. And when you believe in what you doing, you feel passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? You got skin in the game when you feel like you started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So you like, yo, I'm here now. Like, y'all ain't gonna stop me now. I'm going. You got to keep going, and that's what trusting in the process do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it have been times in my life. It have been times in my life where I thought that I wasn't even going to be able to eat. I promise y'all. Literally, it been times in my life where I thought I wasn't going to be able to smoke another blunt. It have been times in my life where I thought, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't going to never be able to buy me a designer shirt, a pair of designer socks, a pair of designer pants, shoes. It have been times in my life where I thought everything was going to always be so messed up and that like I would never ever be able to have nothing because like I was making money. Like this is the thing. I was making money, but I wasn't moving right. I didn't trust in the process I was supposed to be trusting in and it got away from me. You know what I'm saying? But it taught me lessons along the way. That's why I'm here now because I can deal with not having things. Like a lot of people can't not deal with not having things while you trusting in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like you start from the bottom, whatever you're doing. I don't care who you are. If you're a stripper, you had to have a first date. If you're a drug dealer, you had to get your first sack. If y'all already excuse the language, but y'all already know where I'm going with this. Like when you trusting in the process, especially a positive process. And see that's the thing. Y'all gotta realize when you're doing something positive, the money don't come as fast as when you're doing something negative. Period. It don't happen the same way. When you're doing something positive, the money it's almost like it be on pile up. You know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all a example of what I mean. When you trusting in the process and you're doing something positive, sometimes you have to go out and spend money to get the process and make the process right before the process actually start to pay you off. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to invest more. You know what I'm saying? But when you're doing something negative, you invest a little bit and you gain a lot in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same when you're doing something positive. When you're doing something positive and you trusting in the process, it takes time. Don't listen, I promise y'all, it might seem like it's not working, but trust me, it's working. It's working. You got to keep trusting in the process. You got to keep going. You can't not keep going. I'm telling y'all now, you can't not keep going. Mm. Listen, You gotta keep going. Because listen, if you don't keep if you don't keep going, if you don't keep going, then all the work that you done put in will be for nothing. And then you gonna think you gonna start off doing something else, and it might just pop like that. And nah, because if you do that, you're gonna have to trust in the process in that too. You understand? And that's what I'm telling y'all. When you're doing something positive, trusting in the process, it takes a little bit of time. It might take you 5, 10 years. Listen to me. It might take you 5 or 10 years to get to where you're trying to get to when you're doing something positive. So don't give up. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the work. Don't You can't just say I'm not gonna put in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to keep going. You got to do it regardless of the situation. Regardless of the circumstances. You got to keep going. You got to put out. You got to let it be known that you gonna put out anyway. You gonna be here anyway. You gonna put out regardless. You know what I'm saying? People appreciate somebody that is reliable, responsible. You know what I'm saying? It shows integrity that you know what I'm saying. Regardless of your circumstances, you still work on making it happen because you trust in the process. You know what I'm saying? People appreciate that type of stuff. You know what I mean? This is real life. We all know that. It's not nothing I'm just saying. This is real life. People appreciate people that trust in the process and they keep going. Even through all the adversity that they had, they still kept going. And they still came out on top, regardless of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I done been through a lot, and I know a lot of y'all done been through a lot. That's what I'm telling y'all. I ain't saying that I'm the only one. I ain't saying that you the only one. That's what I'm telling you. There's a lot of us out here. We done been through a whole lot. We deal with a whole lot from every angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't seem like it stopped. It just keep going. Some got away. It just keep going. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it don't stop. But when you trust in the process, everything that you want and need, you got, and you keep going, and you keep doing it. Because as long as you trust in the process, you gonna always have the things that you need and the things that you want to make sure you can still function throughout the process. I'm telling y'all, it's how it works. Again, Mother's Day is on Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there that I may not know that are blessed and beautiful mothers that are doing a great job raising their children. To all the wives that are out there that are doing a great job taking care of their husbands and their children and being great mothers and feminine, beautiful, inspirational women, like Kevin would say, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Happy Mother's Day to y'all. But my birthday is on Monday. It's the very next day. So again, I'm trusting the process, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love yourself and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, so because my birthday was Monday, I was gonna not, you know what I'm saying, trust in the process, do a show today and do a show next week. Oh yeah, I'm out here. We doing the shows. We not gonna not do the shows. We doing the shows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm gonna do something for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little personal little thing, but still, we trusting in the process. I might, shoot a little hello on the lives to say what's up. Bigo, y'all already know. I'm gonna come and jump on here and just kick the Willy Bobos, but YouTube, I might jump on just to say hey and thanks for the happy birthdays or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be a me day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trusting in the process all the way around. I ain't dealing with nothing. I ain't accepting no negative energies and none of that. We just trusting in the process, and we gonna keep going forward. We gonna keep reaching out and touching people in a positive way. We gonna keep reaching out, and we gonna keep being positive and trusting the process, so all the positive stuff can keep coming to us. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna never let the negative energy slow us down. We not gonna never let not yeah, we're not gonna never not trust in the process. We're gonna always trust in the process, and that's what I'm gonna need y'all to do. If y'all rock with the king, I'm gonna need y'all to trust in the process. I'm gonna need you to keep going. I'm gonna need you to know that what you're doing is right. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing music and it's getting hard for you to do music, keep doing it. If you write books and it's getting hard for you to write books, keep doing it. If you want to buy houses and get into real estate, keep doing it. If you want to get into computer and technology, don't stop. Keep doing it. Listen, doing something positive is not the easiest thing to do in the world. It can get tricky. It can get hard. Sometimes you can find yourself in some weird predicaments and some strange situations, but you can maneuver through them and you can deal with life and you can keep going. You just gotta keep going. You don't give up. Listen, you don't let nothing deter you from the process. You don't never let nothing deter you from the process. You always keep going. It's a reason that you do this. It's always been a reason that you do this. You know what I'm saying? You feel it in your soul that you know what I'm saying? I know that I'm meant to do this. Don't stop. Why would you stop? Why would you stop and you know you meant to do this? Don't not never stop. You just keep going. You just always keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, it's a lot of things out here that's made to kind of slow us down, to kind of force us to want to not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that's made just to make you feel like you can't make it. You gotta know you can make it. You gotta know. You gotta trust the process. It's a lot of people that don't even understand your process because your process is your process. A lot of people don't understand it, and they don't know what you're going through. They don't know what you're dealing with and things like that. So you gotta trust your process. You always gotta trust your process. You gotta know what you're dealing with, and you gotta know what you're going through, and you gotta know what's going on with you. What is you going through? She always going through something. What is you doing? See what I'm saying? She just wanted to come sit right up under me, like, but you gotta trust the process. You know what I'm saying? You gotta trust the process. There's always a reason. You feel me, y'all? And listen, I'm telling y'all, negative energy and negative vibes, always negative spirits they everywhere. So you always got to be in your positive spirit, and you always got to be able to be in your chill time place at all times. Because listen, life don't stop. Just because you got a chill time place don't mean life stop. Just because you a good person don't mean life stop. Just because you trust in the process don't mean life stop. So you gotta always know, you trust in the process. Sometimes it get a little rough. It get a little rocky. It be hard sometimes to trust the process and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it feel like you be going out your way, working on trusting the process. Like, dang, I ain't know if this was going, if I was gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got rough. It got hard on me. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta trust the process, y'all, and trusting the process. Again, it might get hard. And you ask some rich people that you know. You ask them were they ever at the bottom. Had they ever had to start from zero? You ask them, had they ever had to start from zero? Had they ever had to go through any kind of struggle or any kind of. Ask some of these rich people that you know. They'll tell you. Yeah, they done been through some struggle. They done been through some hard time. They done been through some things that made them feel like they wanted to give up. They wanted to quit. They just wanted to bow out gracefully. Like, no, listen, you got it. Y'all got it. Y'all win. Listen, y'all win. I'm sorry for ever even trying to be something. They done been through moments like that. But something happened and they didn't give up. And they didn't quit. And they trusted the process. And they said, you know what? Nah, I hear what they saying, but no, I'm going to trust the process and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep working on making it happen. I'm going to keep thanking God every day for the good that's happening to me. And I'm going to keep thanking God that I can keep trusting in the process and giving out the good word and being positive and doing good for others and helping others with the good word and leading others in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Helping others see that sometimes you don't got to be this negative person. Helping others see that being negative is what's taking you away from the process. Helping others see that, listen, as long as you trust the process that you can make it, yes, all you got to do is trust the process. You just keep going. I'm going to always be a walking testimony. I'm going to always be a walking testimony. If you knew my story, only if you knew my story. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you got to trust the process. Things get a little hard. Life get a little rough. You know what I'm saying? But you can make it to a place in life where you can be relaxed. Where you can say, "Oh yeah, I can chill." You know what I'm saying? I just be laid back. You can do what you want. You can eat what you want. You can be with who you want and things like that. You can get to a place like that. You just got to trust the process. Again, when you're doing something positive and you being positive, trusting the process ain't as simple as when you being negative. Again, when you being negative, you can grab a sack or whatever and something like that, and you can go and you go up from there. But it ain't the same when you trusting the process when you're doing something positive. You got to put in work, blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes you go broke being positive. You know what I'm saying? You have to go broke to be being positive in order to gain again, in order to come back and be something. You know what I'm saying? And this is what happened when you trust the process. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little time. Sometimes it take a little time. It don't always be like, yo, it's gonna happen right now. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna happen right now. Like, nah, because it don't always happen right now. When you trust in the process, again, it might take 5, 10 years before you really start to see some growth in what you're doing. And before you really start to, before somebody really started to say, well, yo, this person making sense. I like this person music, or I never heard of this person books before. This was a really good book. You know what I'm saying? It might take time. Oh, but now that you done got in computer technology, you learning things, and you done got hired to do something great for somebody because you trusted the process. The process ain't a short process when you're doing something for great. You know what I'm saying? When you working on making hundreds of thousands of dollars, trusting the process ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh well, I can get in it today and next week I'll be 100,000 there. Like, nah. When you get in it today, when you working on making hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? That type of process, 10, 15 years sometimes. Especially when you got high goals. Like if you don't just want to stop at millions, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be a billionaire, it might take you 15, 20 years. But you got to trust the process because it's going to happen. The thing is don't give up on the process. Don't let the naysayers make you believe that you're not who you are. Don't let the people that's hating on you, you know what I'm saying, make you believe that you're not who you supposed to be. Don't let the people that don't feel like you gonna make it, even though they love you and they know in the back of their mind, like, yo, they probably really gonna make it. Don't let them slow you down. All that's the negative energy that's coming at you, trying to slow you down, trying to stop you. That's pulling at your coattail. That's grabbing at your ankles while you're running your race, because you're getting closer and closer and closer to your finish line. The closer you get to your finish line, the more people are gonna try to be like, yo, this ain't what it is. I promise you this ain't what it is. But I'm telling you, it is exactly what it is. You got to know exactly what it is. You got to know where you coming from. You got to know who you are. You got to know why you trust in the process. You got to know what you into. You got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that when you giving out the good word, or whatever it is that you're doing, that you mean it from the heart. You got to know that somebody hear you. You know what I'm saying? You got to always know that somebody hear you and know that you being good for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And you showing them that they can be good for a reason too. You know what I'm saying? You got to always know. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen. Bad things happen. I hate to say it like that, but yo, bad things happen, and sometimes life get hard, man. Sometimes you go through points where you have to eat noodles, or where you just have to eat potatoes and onions, or you know what I'm saying? All you got is bread and lunch meat and things like that. Life happens, y'all. Stop acting like life don't happen. Life happened for these rich people too. It did. And listen, all of them will tell you. They all got a story and they all tell you, like, yo, I didn't think that I was gonna make it here because so much stuff happened on my way here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. They'd be like, yo, so much stuff happened on my way here that I really didn't think that I was gonna get here because all I was doing was trusting in the process, and I was being good to people, and I was helping people out, and it just seemed like everybody was telling me that I wasn't gonna make it. It seemed like everybody was saying, "Oh no, you're not good enough." It just seemed like everybody was saying, "You just don't want to do nothing. You just don't want to." You know what I'm saying? Because when you trust in the process, it might seem like to them that you're not doing nothing, but to you, you know you're doing something. You know you got to go. You know it's a primary reason for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you do it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason is always forget good intentions. It's your heart. You know you do what you do from the heart. Just because those people ain't listening to you, don't mean it's not somebody else that is listening to you. Because the people that's listening to you, they rock with you because they know you talking truth. They know you being honest. They know you coming from somewhere in your soul with that, and they can feel it. Like, yeah, like this brother not lying or this sister not lying. They telling the truth. They being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like when you trust the process, it take time. It take a long time sometimes. Sometimes it take a little longer than you think because you don't always know the proper channels to go. You don't always know how to do everything that entails to do what you're doing to make you great. But along the way, you learn how to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to, you figure a way to take classes. You know what I'm saying? And you figure a way to get somebody to help you do what it is that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? There's good people out here. When they see that you're doing positive and you just trying to do good and be good, they can see the good in you, and it's people that'll help you do good. They'll help you be great. But they gotta know that you sticking to your guns. You know what I'm saying? That you really gonna work on. I ain't giving up on this. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. Like I probably should have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? And this is real. Like, and when people see that you got that kind of grit behind you and you still doing it, that's when you start getting the support. That's when people start coming your way and start throwing things on you like, yo, I know you might need this, and then that's when that's when your situation change. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start to see the situation change. But you don't even do it for the change in the situation. You do it because you helping others change their situation. That's why you trust in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because you know in the long run, you're not just doing this to help yourself. You're doing this because you want to help others. No matter who helping you, you know you doing what you want to do because you want to get to a place where you can afford to help everybody that you love. You know what I'm saying? So you can't give up. You just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people, again, that have been through hurt things with their families and their friends. A lot of people that lost family and friends because they was trusting the process. You know what I'm saying? But if you really love that person, you can get them back after you get to where you're going to, and they see that your process actually worked and you didn't give up on your process. They appreciate it more. They'll look at you like, yeah, I'm glad you didn't give up because, I know I was giving you a hard time and shit, but I was just trying to see if you was really going to stick to it. You know what I'm saying? And there's people out there that love you that's really like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they done been through hard times too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And they doing pretty good, or even if they ain't, they just know that they going through a process and they know they sticking to it. So they just want to make sure that you was going to be able to stick through yours. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to make sure that you knew that it's gonna be some hard times to come at you. It's gonna be some hard things to come. Some hard stuff might come at you while you going down this road, while you on this path of being great. You know what I'm saying? Of becoming somebody who can really help others, who can really do a lot of stuff for other people. It's a lot of stuff to happen to you while you on these paths. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once you go through all these things, and again, once you finally make it to where you going, and you know I done did it. I'm there. I done did it. You gonna feel extremely great because you know the whole point of you getting where you was to do what you doing the whole way you was doing it was to help other people. Was just to help other people. Was to get people to see like it's a better way. It's always a better way to do something. You know what I'm saying? Was to get people to see that is instead of being all in this place where you feel like you stuck and you down and out and where nobody can do nothing for you, nobody can help you or nothing like that. Listen, man, it's always time. It's always time, I promise you. It's always time. It's always time. It's always time, I promise you, it's always time. Listen, you don't never have to give up. You don't never have to give up. It's gonna always be a time and it's gonna always be a place where you was the right person and you was doing the right things. And in some people's eyes, it's gonna always be a time and it's gonna always be a place where you was the wrong person and you wasn't doing the right things. So at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Your job not to please everybody. Your job is to trust the process. That's what you do. You trust in what you're doing. You keep trusting the process. You ain't, again, I know I done told y'all before, you ain't came this far for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got here for no reason. Sometimes it's hard when you got loved ones that feel like you're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still trust the process and you know when you do make it and you'll be able to show them like, yo, it was hard. It wasn't easy, but I made it, yo. And I'm glad I made it. I can show you that it's good here and I can help you make it and whatever you going through now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever process you trying to trust, I can help you there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel even better then. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to trust the process and you got to keep going and you got to keep going. Don't give in. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't have the vision that you have about what you see. You know what I'm saying? God ain't gave everybody the vision that you got. You know what I'm saying? What you see, everybody can't see, but it's a reason you see it. So you keep going. You don't stop. You don't give in. You know what I'm saying? Like you make it to the you just keep going because you know eventually you're gonna make it to where you're trying to be. Like at the end of the day, you're not just gonna be just this person that's just doing whatever it is you're doing just to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like even with having a good heart and doing it because you want to help people, this is the reason why good things are gonna come to you because you're doing it to help people. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta trust the process. You gotta always go forward. You gotta always know that going forward is the purpose of going forward and trusting the process is to help other people because people will throw you off. They make you feel like because you're not getting nothing for doing this stuff right now, because you not living this flashy life. Like you ain't nobody special doing this. Who you think you is doing this? People to really try to make you think that you're not nobody doing nothing right now because you doing what you're doing. You got to remember that trusting the process. Everybody not gonna back you and everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna feel what you feel. They really everybody ain't got the vision for what you doing like you got the vision. So trust your process and keep going. Again, when you trust in the positive process, it takes a little longer. You might have to put in more money, more effort, more work because you trust in the positive process. When you trust in the negative process, it's easy. That's easy, and that's the thing. People feel like you should, because you know the easy route, you should go the easy route. Nah, when you go the longer route, when you go the hard route, when you do the things that it take to make things last, the long term, you know what I'm saying? It pays off different. It's a different kind of payoff. You know what I'm saying? When you trust the process long term, you get a different kind of payoff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's a different kind of feeling because you know you really started from the bottom. Like you really grinded to get here. You know you really went from nothing to something. You know what I'm saying? And it feels good to know that you went from nothing to something and now you can help others go from nothing to something. So you don't never stop. This is why you trust the process because you know it's a reason for it. Like you going again, they talked about Jesus Christ. They came at Jesus Christ hard. They didn't like him. But it's a reason for the season. It's a reason for the process. You got to go through, listen, in order to be elevated to the next level, You gotta go through some hardships. You gotta go through some things that's gonna make you feel like you ain't gonna make it. You gotta go through some things to make you feel like you on your knuckles. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through some things that's gonna make you feel like I don't know if life cut out for me. You gotta go through some things, yo. You really gotta deal with some stuff, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like you really gotta go through some stuff, yo. But going through these things, they're gonna make you stronger. Not only are they gonna make you stronger, they're gonna make you humbler. They're gonna make you look at life a little bit different. You'll be a lot more humble when you go with others. And you'll want to help people more because once you've been through something, once you've been through things a little differently, you'll want to help people more because you will understand what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And then when you start helping people go through stuff, you know what I'm saying? When people start to see that you going through things just like they are, and life just not just peaches and creams for you like they think it is, then they understand that it's a process for them too. Like that's how they start to see, like, so it is a process for you. Like, yes, it's a process for me too, yo. So yeah, it's a process. They'll start to understand like it's a process for them. Then they'll put their foot in the game. Then they'll start grinding and going hard. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll start wanting to help others. You know what I'm saying? And this is how life go. You know what I'm saying? The grind don't stop, man. You trust the process. You always going. It's a reason that you always going and you always trust in the process because you know sometimes it might get rough. Sometimes it might get hard. This is why you trust in the process in the beginning, because these things you know, and you don't want the people that you love and you care about to have to go through the hardships. You don't want them to go through the rough ships. You want to train them and teach them how to deal with the hardships and the rough ships. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be able to show them that life was like this for me when I was growing up and things like this happened. So now that we're here, I want to show you that it's a blessing that you don't have to be here, but you should know how to deal with things like this and you teach them from your own experiences. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? And this is how it go. You have to give others your experiences in life to know that trust in the process really done got you somewhere, and you got to show them that you really being a somebody now. It's not like you. I'm just talking. I'm just here to be here. I'm just it is what it is. Nah, me trusting the process it really did something. You know what I'm saying? It took me from a very bad place. Trusting the process to take you from a very bad place to a very good place because it'll change your spirit. It'll change who you are. It'll change how you think. It'll change how you come at people. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you feel better about certain things that you doing. It'll make you feel better about certain ways that you acting when you trust in the process. Because again, it'll humble you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be humble out here. You can't be cocky and arrogant and just think, yeah, I got it, so what? Nigga, I can go do this and get it, yeah, this, that, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because it's easy to do something negative and get a couple dollars. But it's also easy to suffer those kind of consequences. You dig? Yeah. So, trust in the process when you're doing something positive, it's a long road. Because you got to trust the process for a long time for somebody to start to believe in you like you believe in you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to have faith in God and have faith in yourself and continue to trust the process. It's already been a process. It's been a process. You can't trust everybody else. You can't trust what the government told you. You can't trust what the social media and all these media blogs tell you. You can't trust what all these people, the naysayers, saying in your ear. You can't trust all the haters. You can't trust all the envious, jealous people. You can't trust all the people that's constantly telling you that you're not going to make it. You gotta trust in the process and know that you gonna make it. You can see the difference. All you gotta do is pay attention to the difference in yourself. Forget what others saying. You pay attention to the difference in yourself from doing it. Pay attention to how good you feel about doing it, about helping others, because you feel good that you helping others. Believe it or not, it grows in you. Like the more you do it, the better you feel. Cause I just it just feel good to help people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. Like some days y'all just be so in these. I ain't helping nobody. I ain't helping nobody. This is how I know you not trusting in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because when you trusting in the process, you feel good helping others. Because you done been there and you know trusting in the process, you done had to somebody that had to help you. Period. So when you trusting in the process, you know, and you know it's a long road to get there. So yeah, you help others and you feel good about it, especially when you see they trusting in the process too. You know what I'm saying? They know it's something great, and you can see they know it's something great. Hey, yo, I got something for this young blood. Let me look out for him or her because they doing a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it worked. I don't know. I don't be knowing what be wrong with y'all, man. Y'all be acting like, man, just, y'all be acting like the road to riches is just really supposed to be a blink your eye overnight type of shit. That shit don't work. I don't care what type of negative process that you do. That shit ain't gonna last. That shit don't work. Yeah, it's people out here who done been there and got there and did that, and how few of them can actually say that they really did it on a level where they could say they ain't never had to look back and all they people straight and they ain't never had to suffer no consequences. Yeah, that part. So yeah, being positive and trusting the process and being positive, yeah, it's some minor consequences that come with that. But all those can be patched up and fixed after you get to where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep trusting the process. You just got to keep letting it be known that there's nothing that can slow me down. There's nothing that's going to stop me. I'm going to keep doing this because I enjoy doing this. I like to help others. I want to help others. I want to get to a place in life where I'm doing so well in life that where just about almost anybody I know could come to me and be like, yo, I need some help. And I just be able to just be like, yo, here. Because I trusted the process for so long and I showed others for so long that all you got to do is stick to being you. And all you got to do is trust in me and you. And you will be able to help others the way you want to help them. You will be able to do it on a grand scale where it's like, yo, people didn't believe this, and I'm so grateful that I kept trusting the process and I kept going and I kept doing it because now I can help everybody that's here with me. I can help everybody that stuck it out through me through the struggle. I can help everybody that was here. Me and my girlfriend that was on the floor, eating off the floor together, living in the apartment that one bedroom with no furniture. Yeah, now we in a 10 bedroom with 4 bathrooms and a 5 car garage type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they trusted the process. That's what happened when you trust in the process. All this good stuff start happening to you. You know what I mean? And then you be like, yo, I never even knew that it was going to get this good. I never even knew that life was going to get this great because I was trusting the process like this. But yes, life get good when you trust in the positive process. You got to be positive about everything you doing. The process be great. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be positive. Do positive stuff and all type of positive stuff happens. I tell y'all this all the time. All you got to do is trust the process. All you got to do is trust the process. When you trusting that you doing something good for others, when you trusting that you being right and everything is going positive and you only giving off positive energy and good vibes, things will start to go right. But you just gotta trust the process. You can't just do it 1 or 2 times and think everything's supposed to turn around for you right now. This is not how life goes, and I'm sorry to tell you that there are people who've been out here doing the things that they've been doing for years and years and years and didn't start seeing a payout until like 5, 6 years in the game. You know what I'm saying? But once they finally start seeing a payout, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, whoever. Thank you, the higher power, for blessing me to be able to be where I am now because I trusted the process and I kept going. Because I never gave up. Because I let nothing stop me from going where I was going. Because I never let nobody tell me that I couldn't do what I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? When you trust God, you trust the process, you trust in being faithful to what you're doing, things eventually turn around because you're not doing no wrong. You're not causing no harm nowhere. You only bettering people. And again, it's gonna always be haters and naysayers and envious, jealous people, and people that don't want you to do well, and people that don't expect for you to do well. It's gonna be people that watch you every day and be like, "Yo, huh, this person ain't going nowhere," and they only watch you because they think you're not going nowhere. You keep going, keep going. Let them watch, and let them see how far you can go. You know what I'm saying? And you don't stop. And you don't stop. You keep going and you pile it on. And you keep piling it on. More and more positive energy. More and more positive good vibes in the airways. More and more positive vibes into the universe. More and more. You keep on helping people with this positive voice. And you keep on speaking on things. And you keep going. And you keep going to a point where everybody know that you're gonna always be on this road of trusting the process. Period. You're gonna always be on this road of trusting the process, and ain't nothing gonna stop you. Nobody's ever gonna be able to stop you. You know what I'm saying? When you trust in God and you believe what you're doing is you being led by God, you don't let nothing stop you. You know what I'm saying? You always go above and beyond, especially when feel like you're being led by God to do what you're doing. You do what you're doing. When you're being led by the higher power, you keep going. And you keep praising, you keep praying, and you keep pushing forward, and you keep trusting the process. Because when you're doing things like that, yeah, you're gonna lose a few followers. You're gonna lose a few loved ones, but you're gonna gain the respected loved ones. You're gonna gain the respected followers because they see what type of process that you trust in, and they see you gonna keep going, and yeah, and you keep going, and it just start happening for you. So again, God bless. Thank you everybody for coming out to Smoking with the King. I definitely appreciate I definitely appreciate all of y'all, man. Again, we had a few technical difficulties in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we still got the project done because we trust in the process. And again, thank y'all for coming out. I enjoyed everybody who enjoyed me. You know, God bless. I'll see y'all again soon. Holla at you each and every Friday, y'all. Y'all know what it is. 4:20 Eastern Time. Let's get it.